This is Isaac Opoku, and this is my screen time signature final project. So the topic I chose was how to improve academic success in high school students in order to prepare students for college level courses. So for this project, I define academic success as maintaining or improving your GPA, improving test scores such as your ACT, SAT, or your AP and IB scores, improving your attendance, developing skills needed to succeed in college, such as presentation skills or involvement in extracurricular activities. So my proposal for this project was to ban all phones from the classroom, possibly putting them in like a phone jail. That is what my math teacher did back in high school. Each student receives an iPad. The iPad will be on some sort of parent mode, so the teacher will be able to control what students are allowed to use in terms of apps. The reason for this proposal is to explore the effect technology has on students' ability to learn in the classroom. Personally, I failed at this. I was a victim of using my phone in the classroom. If I could go back in time, I would change what I was doing. I feel like I didn't make use of my time in high school. I could have learned more by putting away my phone. And I did have an experience with a teacher with a cell phone jail. And surprisingly, in that class, I had better grades than any other class. As we learned in the Nature's Fix, technology is a double-edged sword, and it also a double-edged sword in schools. It offers several benefits, such as everyone has access to the same device and tools at school. This is if everybody was to get the iPad. It will create a more engaged environment, participation, and more interaction, which may also boost attendance. It also prepares students for the future by enhancing their presentation skills, note taking, as this is important in college. There are also a few drawbacks. Technology can be distracting. It can also be easier to cheat if instruction is not used properly. It may also increase the use of technology on their own time. And lastly, it may be costly as iPads are expensive these days. So why is this important? Education is important for many different reasons. First off, it gives us the knowledge of the world around us. It also gives us important basic facts, job skills, and cultural norms. It allows us to form opinions and have our own points of view. Also, education for children in these early stages are most important. Children learn their social and mental skills at these ages. Education also allows for self-discovery. The next generation is the future, so being educated will help our world flourish. Developing good habits early, like putting away technology, will lead the next generation away from sedentary lifestyles, which will bring many health benefits. So for my interview, I wasn't able to get a live interview, but I was able to go over my project with her, and I asked her the questions and asked her to give her thoughts and opinions. So this is it.
Hi, my name is Josephine, and I am a middle school math teacher in the state of Maryland, and I'm also a graduate student. So, on the topic of cell phones being a distraction in the classroom, I would 100% have to agree. There's been a lot of instances in which my students have taken out their phones to send a text, plugged in their earbuds in their ears, or have just been trying to sneak text while I'm teaching. And I thought that is such a big distraction from the lesson. So, a solution for this problem would be to take away their phones when they come into classrooms. And adding in the iPads, I feel like would give them still that connection to the technology that they need, but taking away the distractions because when it is on parent mode, they can't really get on others' websites and things. So I do think that taking away their cell phones in the beginning of class is going to help a lot with students getting distracted in class, because if you're distracted, you're not really present, you're not paying attention, you're not really learning nothing from the lesson. So I think that is a really good solution, and giving the iPads will still give them the chance to be able to connect to things if they do need that for the lesson.
So after this interview, we came to the conclusion that this is something that's affecting the next generation inside our schools. So in terms of conducting this project, I decided I'll have a 2-week trial where I would randomly select 60 students from the sixth grade with GPAs of 3.0 to 3.2. We'll split the class into two classes with 30 students each, and all students would take the same class, so there's no disruption in our results. Um, so the first class of students will go to class as usual with phones, and the students will not know the trial is going on. But at the end of the week, after the material has been learned, Um, there will be a pop test. So for the second class, students will enter class and place their phones in a jar every day of the week. Students would receive an iPad for the week, and the same material learned would be learned in both classes. And there will also be a pop test at the end of the week. So for trial two, this would take place within the same semester but later on, and the same process would happen but flipped. And effectiveness would be determined by comparison of test scores. Thank you for listening, and these are my citations. Thank you.